Very good evening to every one of you. I don't have any idea about Python, ma'am, but I know C and C++. It's okay. It's okay. That's why we organize this workshop for all people who, whether you have idea or not, it doesn't matter, to be honest. The thing which matters is how curious you are throughout the session, how productive you make it out after this workshop. It's just you have to be concentrating. Okay. You are senior or ma'am. I'm not ma'am, I'm a senior. This workshop is by the students and for the students. Python is similar to sentence. Yes, yes, exactly. It's like you're reading English, right? Good evening, good evening. Good evening, mother. Hi, sis. Yes. Well, let's maintain the decorum of this workshop. Good evening. Good evening to everyone. Okay, so I think, okay, first tell me who are the ones who are new, who didn't attend yesterday's workshop. Because you guys said that you are going to bring your friends. Okay, there are considerable amount. Okay, so guys, let me brief you about this whole workshop. This is a workshop which will last for 7 days, and trust me when I say this, it's going to be a very interesting week. You will enjoy a lot and you will learn a lot. Okay, so be consistent, and yes, to remind you, it is a recruitment drive. Okay, the more consistent you are, the more creative your ideas are, the more you'll get noticed, and it will help you in being eligible for the interview for our organization. And yeah, so please be consistent. You need to at least attend 5 days of workshops. Yeah, waiting for this session. Exactly. I am also excited for today's session because the topics we'll be covering today are really interesting and fun. Okay, so now let's start today's session officially. Okay, so to introduce myself, good evening, guys. I am Simran Goyal and your host for the day. And I, on the
Recording in progress.
I, on the behalf of this family, welcome you all to the second day of this enthralling week-long workshop. Okay, so it's fabulous to know that you all appreciated yesterday's session, and which was just an introductory session. So it's good to know that you still appreciated it. So let me brief you what we are going to be covering today. We will be learning about C and Python, and the first session will be on basics of C language. And see, when I started learning the C language now, I thought, why are we learning such an old language? Like, it was developed in 1972 and there are so many languages out there. Why are we still learning C? Can anybody tell me? Why are we learning C? It's so old. Guys, please be interactive. I have 100 participants with me. It's portable, simple, it's close to memory. It's a base, yes. It's a basic language, exactly. Exactly, Nitish. It's mother of all languages. It gives computer memory. Okay. Close to machine base and passes. Exactly. You know, let me give you an example. Do you guys know about Joel Spolsky? Wait, let me write in the chat box. Do you guys know about Joel Spolsky? No, no. Okay. Okay. Do you guys know about Stack Overflow, the website? Yes. Stack Overflow. And okay, to those who don't know, it's actually very safe to say that it's the best friend of every programmer out there, right? And they will relate who have used it. It's very easy for programmers. You know, it gives them guidance and solutions. So Joel Spolsky is one of those people who developed this platform in 2008. And 6 days prior, it marked about 13 years. Okay, it completed 13 years. So he says that learning C language is similar to understanding the basic anatomy before becoming a doctor. You see, once you get to learn about C now, it will be not very easy, but it will not be difficult for you to learn other languages. It will be quite easy for you. And as you said, that C is the mother of every language. So it's true. There's this reason why we call it the mother of every languages. It's still used in many companies, right? Yes, exactly. We can develop OS with C, right? There are so many real world interesting applications of C language. And do you guys know how many total languages are there? Yes, exactly, Himanshu. Very good. Do you guys have any idea? A lot of, right? Seven, exactly, Himanshu. There are 700 languages. Exactly, right. I have a great intelligent crowd with me. It's great. So there are 700 languages, and C and Python I have made in the top five most popular languages. So you guys can actually assume how powerful these languages are, right? Yes, Prashant. Okay, so now that I have briefed you about this workshop, let's start with the session. So I would like to welcome Anand to start our first session of the day, which is on C language. So Anand, over to you. Anand, I guess Anand can't hear me. Okay, Python was famous till 2015. No, actually, Python is still very popular. You see, Google is one of those companies who are still using Python. It's very popular. It's not like it's lost its charm. No, it's not like that. Google Insta FP, yes, yes, it uses Python and it's very beginner friendly. Okay, I guess we have Anand. Anand, are you
Yeah,
there?
hello. Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, then.
Okay. Can anyone confirm that my screen is visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So, guys, hello everyone. My name is Anand. I'm from Computer Science Department. I have been part of RISC LPU for past 1 year. So today I'll be teaching you guys about basic of C language. Okay. So let's start. So, what is programming? When you talk about programming language, what comes in your mind is what is programming language? I'll tell you. A programming language is a type of written language that tells computer what to do. It is used to write all computer programs and computer software. A programming language is a set of instructions that the computer follows to do something. There are various computer languages, as you know, and some of its examples are C, C++, Java, Python, Ruby, and so on. So, so today we'll be learning C. So first question comes in your mind is why should we learn C? Okay, as Simran also told, C is a old language. So why should we learn C? Okay, I'll tell you why should we learn C. C is a middle level language. Now you will ask what is middle level language, low level and high level language. I'll brief about that. Low level language is used to make operating system, basic codes which are required to run a computer. High level language are used to make desktop application, games, etc. And C is a middle level language. It means it can be used for writing operating systems as well as doing programming level language. Second point we should learn C because it helps us to understand the fundamentals of computer theories. That's why we are taught C programming in our first semester. It gives us a brief idea about programming language. When we learn C, automatically C++ becomes a piece of cake for us. Okay, so that's what's about C. Some uses of C. Major part of Windows, Linux, and other operating system are written on C. We all know C language is used for programming embedded system and to run in a faster and limited memory. So those were some uses of C. So let's talk about basic key points before learning C language. So first is keyword. Keywords are predefined reserved words in C language, and each of which is associated with specific features. For example, include, int break. They have specific job in C compiler. We can write int a, but we can never write int break because break already has a job in C compiler. Now let's talk about data types. Data types tells the compiler what type of data is to be stored so that it can allocate specific bytes for it. When we write int, float, char, When we write int, the compiler knows that the int form of input is coming. So it will store 4 bytes for it. When we write double, it will store 8 bytes for it. So that was data types. Then comes variable. Variable, it is a name of memory location. We can change it, we can manipulate it. As I told you, int A, float B. Here A, B, C are all variables. We can manipulate them while executing our code. And then comes constant, fixed value that cannot be altered in a program. Those are like, for example, 10. Value of 10 is always constant. Whether you write any code, you cannot change the value of 10. As in value of 5, value of 6. These are all known as constant. So let's move forward. Operators. Operators is a very important topic. Operators are the foundation of any programming language. We can define operators as symbols that help us to perform specific mathematical and logical computation. For example, C is equal to A plus B. Here plus is an operator known as additional operator. It tells the compiler to add the value in A and B. C is equal to A plus B. Here equal to is an operator. It is an assignment operator. It tells the compiler to assign the value whatever comes after adding A plus B to C. So basically there are 3 types of operator: unary, binary and ternary operator. As the name suggests, unary operator operates on 1 operand and binary operator operates on 2 operands. Unary operator, increment decrement operator, plus plus minus 1, A plus plus, which is used to increment or decrement the value of a variable by 1. For example, A plus plus, it is increasing the value of A by 1. A plus plus is also known as A is equal to A plus 1. So let's come to binary operators, arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators, as we all know, these are the basic operators used to perform basic mathematical operations like plus, minus, multiply, divide, and percentage. Now, I want to ask you a question. Who all know the difference between division and percentage, which is also known as modulus? What is the difference between divide and modulus? Percentage, also known as percentage. So guys, you can type your answer in chat box. Let me figure out. Where is chat? Yes, exactly. Divide just divides the 2 numbers, but percentage gives the remainder. When we divide 10 divided by 2, it gives the answer 5. But when we do 10 percentage 2, it gives out the remainder, which is 0. Okay, nice. You know this. Good. Now let's talk about logical operators. Logical operators are used to perform logical operation. There are 3 types of logical operator: and, or, and not. Then comes relational operator. Relational operator is used to compare 2 values: less than, equal to, greater than equal to. And yes, my next question: what is the difference between single equal to and double equal to? Write your answer in chat box. The difference between single equal to and double equal to. Yes. Double equal to compares the value. Double equal to compares the value which is in left hand side and right hand side, whereas the single equal to assigns the value. Good, great. Then comes bitwise operator. It is used to operates in bits. And then assignment operator, it is used for assigning values to a variable. So let's move forward. Can anyone confirm my screen is visible?
Yeah, it's visible, Anand.
Okay. Now you can go to GDB compiler where I am going to code today. Okay, great. I suggest you to go download some offline compiler. It's VS Code. For now, I'm using GDB compiler. So today, our first program will be printing hello world. So let's go. So the first line we write is, we all know
Anand,
hashtag. Yes.
Can you hear me? Actually, it's only your first slide is visible.
Okay. Is it visible now?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay. Now we are going to code our first coding today, which is printing hello world. So let's go to compiler or online GDB compiler. You can search it in Chrome, GDB compiler. So our first code is to print hello world. So first line we'll write is hashtag include. Okay. So many of you know that we write hashtag include, but many of you don't know what's the meaning of this line. I'll tell. Hashtag include means this tells the compiler which file you're from C standard library to use in your program. There are many files in C standard library, and this hashtag include tells which file to copy from there and paste it in our main file. So hashtag include stdio.h. This is the file name which is in the C library. And then after writing this line, when the compiler executes, it tells that we have to paste this stdio.h in our main file. Okay. So stdio.h, it stands for standard input and output. Without this, we cannot take input or give output. Okay. So it is an important file. Now the next line we write is int main. So it is a function, and many of you don't know what's function. Function is a huge topic. So just brief about it. Int main tells where the main code actually is. It tells the compiler that where the main coding work is there. Okay, that's it. You just need to remember that for int main. So we just need to print something. So we will use the keyword printf. Printf is used to print something in C language. Printf brackets, then semiquotes, double semiquotes. Then we'll write hello world. That's it. After that, there is one more line which we all forget, which is return 0. And you might ask, why do we write return 0? See, it's a good way of coding. Return, if we don't write also, it's not going to give error. Just it's a good way of writing code. Return 0 means like it tells the compiler code has successfully been executed. There is no error. Just a good way of writing. So we can run it. See, so hello world has been printed. So we can now move ahead. Format specifier. It is a very important topic while learning C language. Format specifier. It is used during input and output. It is a way to tell compiler what type of data is in a variable during scanf or printf. We have to learn all this format specifier. For example, for signed integer, we use percentage. For what is signed integer, we have both positive and negative integer. Long integer, we use percentage id. For signed integer, which are only positive, we use percentage u. Single character for like a, b, c, we use percentage c. Float, percentage f. String, percentage s. And for int, percentage I. So these are format specifier. So let's move ahead. So second program actually, which is adding two numbers. So let's go to online compiler. So before writing any program, you should create a roadmap in your mind for adding two numbers. I'll first print enter two numbers. Then the user will enter two numbers. I'll store that two numbers into variable. After that, I'll print those two numbers. When you make that roadmap, it will be very easier to code. So let's start. So for adding two numbers, we have to
Anand,
declare two int. Yes.
can you hear me? Are you using compiler as well? Because only your slide is visible.
Bro, share entire screen, bro. Sharing option, share entire screen.
Okay, is it visible now? 1 second. Is it visible now?
Yeah. Is it visible?
Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so where was I? Adding two numbers. Okay, great. So we have to declare two variables so that we can store those two values, int a, comma b. Now we'll print that. We'll print enter two numbers. Okay, we're using printf statement. Now we will scan those two numbers. We'll take the input from the user, which we will use scanf keyword and scan those two. Now we will use format specifier. Since we are taking integer, we have to tell the compiler that it's integer. And since we are taking two integers, we have to do percentage d two times. Percentage d. Now the compiler knows that we are taking integer. Now the only question the compiler has where to store the values. So now we'll use ampersand a. It tells the compiler to store the value, first value in a variable and second value in b variable. Okay, so we have entered two numbers and taken that two numbers. Now simply we'll printf sum. Sum equals to percentage d. Well, we cannot write a plus b here. If we write sum equal to a plus b, it will just be print sum equal to a plus b. We are writing percentage d because it is an integer. And tell what is that integer? It's a plus b. So that's our code to add two numbers. Let's try 5, 4, 6. Sum equals to 9. So we have added our two numbers. So we can move forward. So now it's the control statement. Control statement. What a control statement? The statement which are able to control the execution of a block of statement. When you have conditions, if this condition is true, then only you should execute this statement. If it is false, don't execute it. That situation we use control statement. There are 5 control statements: if statement, if else statement, if else if statement, switch case, and conditional statement. For today, we'll learn first 3 of them. So let's talk about first if statement. As let's talk about, let's check the syntax. If the expression is true, then the block of statement will be executed. If the expression is false, then the block of statement will not be executed. It will come out of this if statement. Let's check. Let's write a code for this. You will understand it better. Let's check whether a number is odd or even using if statement. Okay. Let's declare a variable int a. Okay. Now we are printf asking the user to enter a number. Okay. Now we'll scan it. We'll take that number. Since it is a integer, we'll store it in. We'll take that number as %d and store it in ampersand a. Great. Now we have to check whether a number is odd or even. So we'll use if a %2. As I told you, a %2 gives the remainder. If a number is even, a %2 is always 0. So if a %2 equals to 0, it's double equal to, which is checking whether the a %2 is equal to 0. If this is true, then we know that our number is even. So we'll printf number is even. Okay. So now let's just execute this. Enter a number. Let's write 6. Number is even. Suppose now, if I write odd number, what will happen? Nothing is printed because we have told the compiler that if it is even, just print this. But we didn't tell the compiler if it is not even, then what to do? There comes else statement. If else statement. If else statement. Now we'll write else. See, if a number is even, if a number is not even, and automatically it has to be odd. So we don't have to write the condition there. We can just write printf number is odd. Simple. So let's run this program. Enter a number. Let's write 6 first. It's an even number. Now let's write 7. Let's see. Number is odd. So we have done if else statement. Now suppose if the drawback of this if else statement is we can check only 2 statements. Now what if I want to check multiple statements? Suppose I want to check whether a number is greater than 10, less than 10, or equal to 10. Then we will use this statement if else statement. Let's code this. I want to check whether a number is greater than 10, less than 10, or equal to 10. Okay. Let's do. If a is greater than 10, we'll just printf number greater than 10. Else if it is not greater than 10, we want other condition. We have other 2 conditions. If it is smaller than 10 or equal to 10. Else if the number is less than 10, we will print number is less than 10. Now, if a number is not greater than 10, neither less than 10, automatically it is equal to 10. So at last we'll write if else if then else. We don't have to write the condition as I told you. Else printf number equals 10. So that's it. So we can execute it now. Enter a number. Let's write 7. Number is less than 10. Great. Now let's write 14. Number is greater than 10. Now let's write 10. Number equals 10. So here we can calculate multiple conditions. We can use multiple conditions here using if-else if statement. So now let's move forward to loops. Okay, loops is a very important topic for you as any mechanical engineer student or electrical engineer student, because we use loops in Arduino also. So loops is a sequence of instruction that is continuously repeated until a certain condition is reached. There are three types of loops: while loop, do while loop, and for loop. While loop, for syntax of while loop, as the name only suggests, while the expression is true, the block of statement will be executed until and unless the expression is not false. It will keep on executing. Okay, let's write the code for that. Then you will understand it better. Let's see that I want to print hello world 10 times. So let's see how we'll do that. Okay, I declared a variable int a which is equal to 0. Cool. Now I'm writing while a is less than 10. While a is less than 10, I want printf hello world. So after that, a plus plus. I will tell you about this. As I told you before, a plus plus is an increment operator. So here I have assigned the value of a is equal to 0. Now I am checking while a is less than 10. Yes, a is less than 10. So it will execute. It will print hello world. And after this statement, it will it will execute this statement. It will increment the value of a by 1. Now the new a value became 1. And it will keep on going until and unless a value becomes 10. 10 while 10 less than 10, no, it's false. So it will not print. So I will get exactly 10 times of 10 hello worlds here. So let's just run it. See hello world, hello world. Okay, if you want to add a line, you can backslash n. At end, you can write backslash n. See hello world, hello world, hello world. 10 times I got. If I don't write a plus plus, what it will happen is it will become an infinite loop. A value is constant because it is not changing. While loop, it will be always true, and it will just keep on executing. I told you, it will while loop, it will keep on executing until and unless the value becomes false. The condition is false, so it will become an infinite loop. It will keep on printing hello world. You can see, just keep on printing hello world. So we better write a plus plus. Now, what is do while loop? Difference between while and do while is not much. The only difference is do while first executes the statement and then check whether the expression is true or false. In while we saw that it checks the expression while this a is less than 10. It checks, then if it's false, it won't execute. If it's true, only then it will execute. But it's not in case of do while. Do while first executes. After then it will check whether it's wrong or correct. That assures that it will at least run for one time. So let's check this also. Int a is equal to, I'll turn this into do while loop. Do, okay, 1 second. Now suppose the value is wrong. The condition is wrong. Int a is equal to 10. While a is less than 10, print as hello world. Okay, it won't print a single time, right? See, but when we do while loop, this is do while loop, basic structure of do while loop. Do this and while this condition is true. Even though the condition is false, it will run once. See, hello world. It will first execute, then check whether it is wrong or not. If it is wrong, oh, it will say that I have executed once, now I will not execute. Simple. It was do while loop. Now let's come to the last thing, for loop. So for loop, it's very easy. We have to learn the syntax first: initialization, condition, updation, and block of statement. So step 1 is we initialize. First we initialize, then the condition comes, then the block of statement are executed, then the updation comes. Suppose I want to enter number 1 to 10. I can't write printf 1, printf 2, printf 3. We will use loop for that. Okay. Now this is the basic syntax for loop. First I will initialize, as I told you. First initialize, initialize a number, initialize a variable, int I equals to 1, because I want to print number from 1 to 10. So first I will initialize I is equal to 1, then semicolon. Now the condition comes. Till when should I execute this loop? till I becomes I is less than or equal to 10. I want the loop to continue. I will increment like I is equal to 1. I will increment the value of I 1 plus I plus plus. Now I will become 2. This should keep executing until and unless I is less than or equal to 10. Now I will give the updation part. I'll do that later, or else you will get confused. Okay. After this condition, we will use the printf. We are going to print percentage. We are going to print integers, so percentage d, which is I. Okay. So after the condition is true, it will print the statement. It will print I value. After the printing is done, it will update. Now I want the I value to become I plus plus, or else, as I told you, it will become an infinite loop. Now I plus plus, which means it will increase the value of I by 1. So what will happen is the first I value is 1. It will check whether I value is less than 10 or not. It's true. 1 is less than 10. It will then print s. It print the value of I, which is 1. 1 will be printed. Then it will update itself I plus plus. Now the new value is 2. 2 is less than 10. True. It will print 2. Then it will update itself. I will become 3. 3 less than 10. It will keep on going until the I value become 11. 11 less than or equal to 10. False. It will stop. So let's check. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And to add a line in between, we can use /n. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's from my side for today, guys. Thank you very much. If you have any doubts, you can ask now.
Well, thank you, Anand. It was really an informative session and I totally enjoyed it. And I also can see the zeal and excitement in the chat box as well. So if you guys enjoyed this session, I want you to type an emoji in the chat box. Do not type an emoji in the chat box, but do not use a smiley or a thumbs up. Use unique ones. And for those people, hard. For those people who have doubts, please clarify it, because you see, half knowledge is really worse than ignorance. Do clarify all your doubts here and here. Well, I see a whole bunch of emojis. Okay, okay. Thank you, Anand. It was really good. So I can see you all enjoyed this session as well. Okay, now I have a question for you. Are you guys ready for it? Yes? Okay. Okay, so the question is, tell me some real world applications of C language. Gaming, Google. No, the applications, not Google, Facebook. It's the company these are using, but what are the applications? Calculator, Windows, computer, exactly. Yes, you guys are really fun to be with. In Arduino, yes. Right, right. Thank you for being so interactive. I was afraid that nobody's going to reply to my question. Well, it's cool, right? Considering that C language is really old, but still it's one of the most efficient languages out there. And yeah, you guys are literally really, yeah, old is gold, exactly. And even Python was also 30 years old, and it's still one of the most demanding languages. And if you ask me to describe Python is just one line, then I would say it's a very fun and interesting language to learn. You don't have to actually pay attention to small details like in C, you had semicolons, you had brackets. Yes, Python has easiest syntax. Exactly. Right. So you can actually, for a beginner, it's very feasible for him or her to learn. If he wants to start his programming journey, then Python and C will be the best options. Easy but too powerful. Yes. And yesterday you also got to know about the nomenclature of Python, right? Where it got its name from. Do you remember, Circus? Do you remember the name of the show? Monty. What's the full name? Anybody? Mhm. Monty Python's Flying Circus, exactly. Right. And you see, if the nomenclature, if the name behind, the story behind its name is so interesting, then how interesting and cool this language is also going to be, right? Exactly. Somebody wrote the name also. Sorry, I can't see it because the chat are going too fast. Yeah, let's start. Okay, first tell me, what's your favorite language? Like, what's your favorite language? Python or C? Python, C++, Java, C, Python, 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 Python. Exactly. As Himanshu also mentioned before in the chat, that it cannot lose its charm, right? So let's see why Python is so cool. Shall we? Okay. Okay. My first language, Python. Exactly. So I'm handing over to Pawan, who is going to start his session on why Python is so cool.
Hi guys, good evening all. Do you love Python? Yeah. Yeah, it is very easy and we make a lot of fun with Python because it have 1,50,000 libraries which make our work very easy and we have a great fun with Python. First of all, hi guys, good evening to all. This is Pawan Karchola from Robotics and Automation. First of all, welcome to TechFirst 3.0. This is day 2 tutorial and it is second slot in TechFirst 3.0. Today we are going to learn Python. Not not very much of the Python. We are going to learn some basics in Python. Just basics. Listen carefully. We are going to learn why Python is cool, and we are going to learn basic types in Python, containers, operators, variables, if-else class. And at last, we are doing a task in Python language. Okay? What is Python? Python is an interpredicted, object-oriented, high-level programming language with dynamic semantics. Python is very simple language to learn, read, and write also. It reduces the cost of programming maintenance. It is very simple language. Okay? Why Python we are using? Why Python? Because by using Python we can build websites, we can build softwares, we can do automatic tasks, and we can conduct data analysis. Data is very important for our generations to give a better output. So analysis of data is also playing a very key role in these days. So we do data analysis in Python very simply and easily with using the libraries. These are the advantages of Python. It is very free and open source. It is readable, built-in data structures, object-oriented, high-level language. Extensibility is a specialty. Okay. What are applications of Python? We apply Python programming language in operating systems also. We can use it in database access, software development. We can use it in graphics designing, image processing, games. One more thing, we can use Python in AI. We use more Python in AI. Machine learning. AI is artificial intelligence. Future is about artificial intelligence. You know that. These are the organizations which use Python language. Google, Yahoo, YouTube. You know about these organizations. Guys, Python is very cool language because a non-programmer can do hard work to get a solution. Programmer do smart work to get solution. Python programmers are very chill, bro. They are very cool. They do very less work in a smarter way to get the solution. Um, Coding Python is like playing game, making having fun. Why Python is cool? Let us compare this language with other language. Okay. In last class, Anas said C programming now. So let us compare with C programming. Comparing with C programming, comparing with C programming, this is the very basic program to print hello world. See how it is using hashtag include increment. We didn't get this stuff, bro. Just simply print Python. In Python, we just simply print hello world. Just simple. It is very simple. Like reading a language. This is another program. In this program, we nothing we doing like we are classifying the number is even or odd. See how huge the C programming was. How huge. See how cute the Python program is. It is very simple. You can understand giving values and giving conditions, taking decisions. It is very simple, bro. Okay, let us code in Python using Google Colab Python online compiler. Going to this link. Rohani, could you please provide this link in chat box? Yeah. Open this link, which is in chat box. If you click on this link, you will go to this page. Okay. I will make you clear. This page. Everyone, click on this link. After going to this page, go to File, go to New Notebook. It directs you to the another page where we can code Python. Yeah. Is everybody done this? Say yes in chat box. I want to see. Yeah. Everybody. Okay. Let us code something in this. Simply basic code. Print. Oh no. You can print anything in these brackets. Anything. Your name, a statement, anything. See hello world. It is very simple, guys. Have you done it? Have you done it? Say yes. Fast. Have you done it? Yeah. Like this, we can run this. How can we can run this? Nothing but after print hello world, just click on this run button. It's run the code. Okay. Or you can click shift plus enter at a time. You can run this code. Okay. Are you seeing the result? Are you getting the result? Yeah. Okay, fine. See, we're going to this directory. Like I had printed here. Hi guys, welcome to Google Colab. Next, we are going to basic data types in Python. What are basic data types in Python? Hey, there are only 3 basic types in Python. Simply strings, integers, floats. Strings are nothing but anything, any character, any number, anything between these two is called as strings. Okay, it is very simple. Strings are nothing but anything between these two called strings. What is integers? Integers nothing but whole numbers. What is float? Floats are nothing but decimal numbers. Simple, it is very simple. Integers are nothing but whole numbers. Floats are nothing but decimal numbers. Okay, let us next going to the variables. What is variable? Variable is nothing but the thing which gives a value, which we can store a value. We can manipulate the value, means we can change the value. The thing which can changeable is called variable. Simply, whatever the thing is, x, y, z is might be your name also. Ravi, Hari might be your name also. We can make it as a variable. We can give some values and we can change the values. It is variable. See, what are x, y, and z here? See, I given x as 24, y as 12.34, z as high. What is x? What is y? What is z? Let me know this in chat books. Yeah. See, in Python, character means not a character. It is, we call it as a string. Okay. Yeah. If you don't know what is the character, what is the data type of this, we can find out in coding also. See, like this, we can print the type of the data with this code. Okay, do with me parallelly. Do with me parallelly. See, I give an assign the values x is 24, y is 12.34, z is has high, and I print the type of the variable like print brackets type x, print bracket type y. Okay, just like this. Print bracket type z. We'll get the result like this. X is integer, y is float, and z is string. Okay, it is very simple. Okay, guys, it is very simple. Let's go into the part. Operators. You all know about the mathematical operations. We do mathematical operations with the operators like plus, minus, star, division operator, and we have modulus, exponential, float division also. What is the use of these here? Let us find out. Let us find out what is the use of these here. Again, go to the code. Assign some values to some variables. A is equal to b is equal to 3, c is equal to 5, and do something mathematical operation, whatever you want, assign some values to the variables and do some mathematical operations with the operators which are given here. I am doing the mathematical operation. I am assigning, say, get file, a mathematical operation. It is an addition, and when I go with c minus a, see how simple it was. I don't have to mention a is equal to int. I don't have to mention b is equal to int like that. Simply I type, the result will become. This is how the Python is cool. Let us find out what is the float division and the modulus and the exponential function. Okay, let us try with the division. I assign 4 by 2. What is 4 by 2? It is 2. Means it is division. 14 modulus. Float division of 6. What is the float division? Let us find out. When I divide 14 with 6, the value is 2.33333. When it is floor division, the value is 2. It is nothing but the coefficient. It is nothing but the coefficient. When the division is done, it is nothing but the coefficient. Going with the modulus is 2. What is 2? It is nothing but the remainder. Okay? 2 is remainder here and 2 is coefficient. Let's do another thing. See, the answer is 1.555. When I do the floor division, it is 1, means it is quotient. When I perform modulus, it is 5, it is remainder. Let us talk about the exponential function. 2 star star 3. This is nothing but 2 power 3. When there is a double star, it is nothing but power. Okay, understood? Power. Assign some values to the variables and operate these to make the mathematical operations. Try this out. Have you done it? Okay, let us go to next. How to take input from the users, how to take user information from the users. Like this. We have very short code, very small code. It is very simple. For strings we do code like a type, and for integers we do code like another type, and for floats we do code like another type. Let us find out what will be the code to take information. Okay, this is the code how to take information. Everyone try with me. Everyone try with me. See, I'm asking name for a person. Name is equal to input bracket. I'm asking him enter your name. Okay. See, it asking what, enter your name. I'm entering my name and it taking. Okay, it taking information like this. If I want to take information of an integer number, I have to add one thing, that is int. Let us take a number, so I'm putting the variable name as num. Int of input of enter a number. I have to mention it also. The number must be integer. Okay, one integers are taken. So the number is taken. Similarly, I have to enter the float. I have to take information from the user, which is a decimal number. Okay, let us code. Okay, code of simple, same thing. Input of input of enter a decimal number. Okay, take it. See, if you provide a string value, it will not take it. Okay, you must provide an integer value when you mention it. You have to mention it when you're taking an integer value. Okay, take care of this. Let's go into containers. What are the containers? You know, containers means things which can store many things, many small things in it. Okay, here the containers is nothing but things which can store, or variables which can store data types in it. Not one data type, many data types in it, like lists, tables, sets, and dictionaries. This stores many data types in it. Okay, let us find out what is list, tables, sets, dictionaries. How to classify this? Okay, so lists are like this. We can form a list with data types. We can form a tuples, sets, dictionaries. Okay, okay. Let us code and learn it. Because of lack of time, I provided these firstly lists. We can assign values lists in like this. Okay, like this. By using commas, we can add more. We can add more numbers. We can add floats also. Okay, in list, the specialty is in the list, it is ordered. If you place it in first place, it will remain in the first place. If you place it in second place, it will remain in the second place. If you want to add the things in first place, we have to mention it like the variable name bracket 0 is equal to this value. This I want to add, I want to replace hello by morning. Then I have to equate the first place with the morning. In programming language, we count numbers like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the orders. 0th, 0th place, first place, second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place. Like this we count. So we have to add, we want to add morning in the first place now. So we have to give the programming like we have to code like we have to add the morning. We have to replace the morning hello with morning in 0th place. Okay. In programming language, we count 0, 1, 2, 3. Don't forget it. It is very basic in programming. Okay, and we print list one. We print list one with when it is normally, and we will print list one when we replace that. See, at first output, hello is there. At second output, morning is there. The program replaces that. We can grab the value. We can grab the things. We can take out the things by providing by giving some place of the value, like print list 1 4. We can grab things, like we can slice things. We can slice things. I don't have many much of time to spend here over here, so friends, sorry friends, I'm making it faster. Tuples similar like tuples also like this only. What is difference between list and tuples? We can change, we can manipulate the list, but we can't manipulate the tuples. We can play with list, but we can't play with tuples because tuples have some limitations. Okay, okay. And sets, what are sets? See, if I change the value like this, uh, if I add 7 here and remove 1 and 7 here, see how it will be printed. See, it goes with the order. Sets always goes with the order. We can't fix we can't fix a variable, or we can't fix a data type in the set. It go with order. Okay. These are the difference between the list, tuples, sets, and we have dictionaries too. We can provide, we can assign some values to a string, or we can assign a string to a value also in dictionaries. If we place, if we have a key to, if you print key to, we can get the value. Okay, dictionary is like not, but if you print, if you type in a name, you can get phone number. Like here, you can write a name. Here you can write a number like this. You make a big dictionary, and ask like this. You can get his number or her number when you place his name or her name in these brackets. Okay. Okay, dismiss. Back to theory. If else statements. If else statements are nothing but it is very simple, guys. We have some conditions to take decisions right now. If I have 10 rupees in my pocket, when I go to shop, I wanted to buy a chocolate. I can't buy a chocolate beyond 10 rupees, uh, which is greater than 10 rupees. I can't buy a chocolate. I have my limitations. According to the conditions, I have to take decision which chocolate should I buy, right? As he said, Anand says, where if a condition is true, the decision is taken. If the condition is false, no decision are taken. It go down line. Okay. If this condition is true, this is the structure of if else class statement. If condition is true, it take decision. If this is false, it go to down line and verify this condition is true. Or if it is true, take decision. If these both conditions are false, then go to this decision. Okay, it is very simple. Okay, let us see it in code. Let us see it in code. As earlier Anand said, Anand's code. Let us classify a number is an even or odd. Okay, how we classify a number is an even or odd? By division with 2. If it is divisible by 2, it is an even number. If not, it is an odd number. See, we use modulus function to get what? To get remainder. Na? So we use, if the remainder is 0, if the remainder is equal to 0, then the number is even. Like that, I'm taking the value int, because the number is integer, so I have to mention it int. Input number, it must be integer. Then if the condition num is our variable is divisible by 2, we check like that num modulus 2 double is equal to 0. If the value is equal to 0, then we print the given number is even. If the value is not, if this statement is false, the given number is odd. Okay, go with sir. What is the remainder when we division with 2 with 7? It is 1, so it is, this statement is false. So given number is odd. Okay, guys. Okay. Now let us have some fun part, which is a task. Guys, I don't. You have to do this task. I don't do it. I just tell it normally. I just give an poster of this task. You have to do it. Okay, with me. You have to do it. See, the task is nothing but BMI calculator. The guys who go to gym, you are well known about this calculator. It is nothing but body mass index calculator. It tells about the health condition of our bodies. Our bodies underweighted, normal weighted, overweighted, or obese. How can we calculate the BMI values? Uh, just I'm telling you how the task should be done. See, we have to take the name of the person. We have to take information from the person. We have to take the weight of the person in kilograms. We have to take height of the person in meters, and we have to calculate the BMI value, and we have to give output to them. Okay, this is the very little. It is very small programming program. Do it. How to collect information? You know how to collect information. We have to assign a value which is given by the information is given by the users. We have to assign that value to the name. Name is a variable here. Like that, like this, we have to code. We have to take the weight of the person like this, because weight is in integer. Okay, we have to take the height of the person like this. height is in float, okay, like 1.8 meters, 1.7 meters, 1.6 meters. Now 1.82 means it is 6 feet, okay. Like this we have to take the values. Calculation on output, how we will calculate. I already tell how to do mathematical operation with the operators. BMI is the BMI value. I assigning the value with the calculation like this. I have to print like this. The name must be come first, then your BMI value is equal to next, then BMI. Okay, we will do it very simply. Just watch. Here name is a variable which is taken from the user, and your BMI value is equal to is the sentence which is we giving, and BMI value is the BMI is the we calculated part, right? These two parts are in program. We are adding this part. So when printing these things, we don't have to add these commas between name and BMI. We have to mention name, so I have to mention it by name. You have to go with your BMI is equal to like this, and comma and BMI. See, I am differentiating, I am classifying, I'm separating the value which is taken by us and the statement which is given to them and the value which is calculated. Okay? Okay, guys? First of all, do this. How many are doing? Hello? Are you doing? Are you doing it? Do it fast. Do it fast. It is already 7:05. Do it fast. Done, everybody? Everybody. You don't know if you want the calculation. See, this is the formula. This is the formula. Weight by height power 2. Weight by height square. We use this for exponential. Remember this. This for division. Okay? Done, everybody. I am going to next part. Okay, now we have to classify things. If the man is underweighted or normally weighted or overweighted or obese. So we have to classify things. These are the values which we use these values to classify things. Now we have to give the health status of the user with the help of BMI value. The following are the different types of health positions according to the BMI value. Okay, BMI categories are underweighted, normally-weighted, overweighted, and obese. See, could you understand these statements? I think all of you understand these statements. If less than or equal to 8.5, 18.5, he is an underweighted. He is between 18.5 and 24.9. He is normal weighted. Like, first of all, analyze, understand the statements, understand the data. It is very important to understand the data because we can give the best output we can do. How to categorize things. See, code to categorize. See here, we can categorize the BMI, the health positions of user with BMI value. If he is underweighted, we can suggest him, eat more, bro. You are in underweight. You need to build up your body. We can suggest him. If he is in normal weight, we can appreciate him. If he is in overweighted, we can suggest him. And if you is above you, we also suggest him. We can also give suggestions. We also give warnings to him. Okay, do it first. See here, we using the comparative operators, greater than or less than, greater than or equal to, comparative operators. We will compare the values with the numbers, numerical values. Okay, if 18.5 is greater than BMU value, if 18.5 is greater than BMI value, means BMI value is less than 18.5, he is in the underweight. ILF means another condition. Don't forget to because this tell us the condition is over. Okay, these 2 points, these 2 vertical points, don't forget to write this. Okay, okay. If 18.5 is greater than or equal to BMI value and BMI value is less than or equal to 25, is in normal weight. Okay, everyone code this in Colab. Done. It will take some time, but with patience do it, bro, because practicing these make you perfect. Habitate to the coding. Okay, see this environment, ask about this, what is edit, what interest, question, raise questions about this. Okay, what is how can you use we use files, raise question about this, search it in Google. You can learn a lot of things. This is only basics. This is only basics in Python. There are many a lot of things in Python. We can do an artificial intelligence AI assistant. We can do AI assistant, object detector, face recognition. We can do image processing. We can classify images. A lot of things we can do. A lot of things. Take screenshot of this. Do it. Are you done? Everyone, are you done? Okay, let me explain how it run. Okay, let me explain how it run. Finally, this is the final thing. Let me explain how it run. Okay, this one code tells about all this session, all this lot what we have done. Only this one code. See, when I run this, it go at the first point, first line. The hashtag name is nothing but we giving statements like that. This is not a code. It is not considered as a code. This is course. First thing, first line. Asking enter your name. I am entering my name. Asking what is your weight. I am entering my weight as 75. Asking what is your height. I am asking like 1.5. Take it matter. Okay, bro. See, after I giving the information to the software, it returning the output to me. Let us find out how it will run. Okay, when I will enter my name, my information, it calculated. Mathematical operation is done here, and it print here. There are 2 types. We can print like this also. I think this format is will be hard to you. Just this is simple for you because seeing these flower brackets, you're afraid of this. What is this flower brackets? What is this format? Okay, just name, comma, your statement, comma, BMI. Okay, after printing my BMI value, say I printed 2 times because I want to tell we can print things like in 2 different ways. So I printed 2 times. Okay, okay, after it gives after giving information it print like Pawan, your BMI is equal to 2.3, like this. Okay, next, if condition is used, this is the condition.
Pavan,
It is
am
less,
I
if the
audible
less
to
it
you,
is
Pavan?
less than 18.5, it will print here. It is, if
Pavan,
it is between these two, it will print here. Hello?
am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think it's time to conclude this presentation.
Okay, okay. Guys, do this code. Don't forget to do this code because if it is first time to you, it will give beautiful expression to you. When I do my first code, I feel like I hacked a whole world like that. I become an hacker. I become a programmer. Felt like that. Okay, it gives a lot of happiness to you. Don't miss it. Do this. Okay. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed this session a lot. Thank you.
Well, thank you,
Thank you
Pavan.
all.
It was really informative session, and there was not a single minute I got bored. You're really energetic, and we surely enjoyed it, and
Okay, thank you.
everybody did. Yeah.
Thank you.
So before it's really it's the time to
Guys,
end the
are you
session.
enjoying this session? Have you done the code?
Okay.
Keep it going on. Keep it going on.
Thank you, Pavan. Really, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we end this session, I would like to tell to all those people who have not filled the attendance form, kindly fill it because certificates will only be given to those people who have minimum 4 days of attendance. And as I mentioned before, your consistency and your creativity are the major factors which will decide your eligibility for the recruitment process. And I know that you all enjoyed the session. It was visible in the chat box. And talking about tomorrow, which is the day 3, let me brief you about tomorrow's session. I hope you guys know what are the topics we are going to cover. Do you guys remember this? Okay, Arduino and sensor technology, right? So the reason why we did C and Python today, because we are going to use these tomorrow, and basically they are the root of electronics, right? And trust me, guys, when I say this, tomorrow is going to be a really fun session. We're going to learn a lot, and to all those people who are interested in robotics, and I guess everyone is interested in robotics, congratulations. Tomorrow you are going to take your first step towards the world of robotics. Can't wait, exactly. I can't wait too. And I, on the behalf of RISC family, thank you everyone. Thanks to everyone for being such a great audience. You are really interactive, and we hope that you enjoyed this session the same way we did. You all are excited for tomorrow. Trust me, we all are excited too. No, it's thanks to you. As we mentioned yesterday also, it's thanks to you for being with us. Please give us more time tomorrow. Of course, of course. So, waiting for tomorrow's session. Okay, so guys, I conclude this session here. You can leave. Thank you for this interactive session. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.